Hey all, Dustin Schaefer here. Super excited about this. This is about mastering your fat loss. And so I want to be upfront. This is not going to be a 2-minute video. It's not going to be a 5-minute video. It's going to be a little longer. And the reason why is I think you need to hear it. I've been doing this for 20 years, over 20 years. I've helped well over 1 million people completely change their lives. Millions of pounds of fat loss are gone. Millions. I can't even imagine how much of that's been. We know what this will work. We absolutely know it's works. It's been scientifically proven to work. The only reason it's not working is it's not working fast enough for you and your expectations are not met. And so I'll just be upfront. I'm going to be your coach. I'm not going to necessarily be your friend. You might not like everything I have to say, but what I'm going to say is the truth and it's the facts and it's scientifically driven and scientifically backed. We're going to talk about this amazing product. What I know for a fact is 60% roughly of Americans and probably 40% of the rest of the Western society basically will not get their long-term goals, results with fat loss without this. That's what we know. Now remember, that does way more than fat loss. And this is not about weight loss, it is about fat loss. Remember, we don't want to lose weight, we want to lose fat. If you lose weight, that means you lost muscle, you lost hair, you lost teeth, you lost things that you don't want to lose. We want to keep those things. And ketones preserve muscle, so that keeps you from losing muscle mass, which is why most diets have failed you in the past. Most diets, a lot of shake companies out there, and what they're doing is they're lowering your calories. You're drinking these shakes, but you're not in ketosis, not in full-blown ketosis. Well, what ends up happening is when you lose weight or fat, you're losing weight also. You're losing some muscle mass. Well, when you go back to eating, what's going to happen? Your body wants to put that back on. So we don't ever want to lose muscle mass. That keeps your metabolism going and keeps it good. Ketones do that, and I'm going to teach you how to eat better. But before we go any further, I want to tell you that I have some things that you're not going to like. I have some things I'm going to say right now that you're probably going to fight with me on this, and I'm ready. Let's go. Here's the reality is that whatever your goal weight is not really your goal. When people say to me, Dustin, I want to lose 150 pounds. Awesome. That's not your real goal. I want to lose 30 pounds. Awesome. That's not your really goal. I want to run a marathon. Awesome. That's probably not your real goal. I want to lose, 5 stone from the UK. That's 14 pounds. That's like what, 60 or 70 pounds. Not your goal, right? If I want to lose 44 kilo, probably not your goal. Your goal ultimately is, and I've done this for 20 years, is not just to lose the fat, is to learn how to live your life when you're there. It's to get sexy in a swimsuit and learn how to live there. It's to get sexy to go to the Bahamas or to Hawaii, but not come home and be 40 pounds heavier in 2 months. This is the one that kills me the most is these women that get all lean and sexy for their wedding and then they gain it all back within a month or a year later. Like that wasn't your goal to get sexy for the one day. Your goal should be to get sexy for every day. Get to where you want to learn how to live. And that's what I'm going to teach you right now. I'm going to teach you how to get results, but also how to live your life when you get there. Because that's the example we want to ultimately leave for the people we care about. If you have children, you don't want them to go through what you're going through, right? But we have to learn how to live our life that way. And I'm going to teach you how to do that where it can still be fun, still be good, still be delicious. But you have to be open to changing. If you're not, you're probably going to be disappointed long term. Doesn't change how our product works. This works every time. This will change your life. It's the best tool you have to help maximize fat loss. And you're going to have to support it with some lifestyle changes. So here's a couple expectations I want to set before we get into the coaching. First thing is this. If you're a person that needed to lose more than 20 pounds for more than 2 years, expect it to take longer. You might get great results coming out of the gate. You might lose a lot of weight really fast, and then you're going to expect a plateau. I'm going to tell you that. Expect plateaus. Plateaus are not a bad thing. I'm going to talk about plateaus a little bit later. Not a bad thing. Some of you the scale's not going to move very fast at first. Guess what's happening? You're getting healthy. Your brain's starting to work better. Your muscles are work better. Make sure you check out all the other benefits of ketones. Let your body go through the process, right? Some of us are going to have to reinvestigate our diet. Some people don't have to cut their carbs. Anybody know that lady or that guy, they can eat whatever they want and they're always skinny? I like to kind of give them a finger sometimes. I'm like, I'm not that guy. I'm like, are you kidding me? They might get results way faster. They might be able to still eat a lot of carbohydrates. But then some of us, like me, I look at a carb, I get fat. Carbs and I don't mix. That's just the way I'm made up. I can't change that. And I'm not going to. I'm going to find a way to live within my life, to enjoy life, the flexibilities that I do have, and celebrate those. This product will make it easy. I promise you that. So how do you maximize fat loss? First off, I'm going to tell you what to do. And then at the end of it, I'm going to tell you what to avoid because you're going to probably think I should do that because you're reading too much on Google. So here's the number one thing I want you to do is, well, maybe it's not, maybe it's something I don't want you to do. I don't want you to watch Dr. Oz and listen to what he says about the ketogenic diet. I don't want you to Google the ketogenic diet. I don't want you to read any magazines around anything around dieting and the ketogenic diet. I want you to throw it all away. If it doesn't come from me specifically or one of our keto coaches from Prove It, I want you to throw it away and forget about it. If you're a nutritionist, if you're a doctor, if you're a keto specialist, you've been doing keto for 3 months or 6 years or whatever it is, I want you to throw out what you know right now. This is not that. I promise you it's not. And I say that with passion. I say that with a lot of arguments I've been in, but we have a track record that is working. And I can prove it over and over again, and it's gonna be by the results you're gonna get. Cool? All right, here's what we're gonna do. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you're gonna do in the morning is you're gonna get up and you're gonna have a big glass of water. Why a big glass of water? And what is a big glass of water? It's a big glass of water for you. If you get full after drinking 3 ounces, then have a 3-ounce glass of water. If you get full when you drink 16 ounces, have 16 ounces. So have a glass of water in the morning, but every time you have that water, I want you to take some sea salt, Himalayan, Celtic sea salt, real salt, something real sea salt. Pinch in your water. Should it be disgusting tasting? No. Pinch in your water, drink it down. That's what I want you first thing in the morning. If you can get up and go for a walk in the morning, the best secret in the world for fat loss is walking first thing in the morning, as long as you can. If you can go for an hour, go for an hour, go for 2 hours, as long as you can. Have your water, go for a walk. Before you do anything else, if you can pull that off, that's awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. We can fill in some walks later. Next thing I want you to do is whenever you get hungry, whenever you get, even just not, I'm starving, I need to eat. We're not on a starvation thing. Whenever you start noticing a little appetite, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to rip open a pack of this. I want you to pour it in water. I like it on a little bit of ice. You can have it warm too. Don't heat this. Heat the water and put it in there just to be safe. Don't heat, I wouldn't throw this in the microwave. I don't think you should do that. So just, you can heat it, and heated water is fine. Drink it down. I like it on ice though. Over 30 minutes. Could you be 35? Sure. Should it be 25? Fine. Don't pound it, slam it. We want to let the ketones get into your system, absorb naturally. We don't want to flush them through our system. There's really cool things in here. You don't want to drink it super fast. You don't necessarily want to drink it over 6 hours either. After you've been doing this 30 or 60 days, you can actually drink it over time and it'll be fine. But initially, I want you to drink it around 30 minutes-ish, okay? And here's the secret. Do not eat again until you're hungry. I'm being really simple here. So you drink water, ketones, don't eat again until you're hungry. Fair enough? If you're not hungry till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, don't eat. Science is proving over and over again that is completely safe. You're completely fine. We have people that have been doing that for 5 years and they're healthier now than they've ever been in their life. Now, do I want you to eat good food? Yes, and we'll talk about that when that comes. If you're hungry at 10 o'clock in the morning, eat at 10 o'clock, eat at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, rock. Whatever time you want to eat, when you start noticing appetite, that's what I want you to eat. That's primitive. That's what the human species was more like than I have to eat at 11 o'clock because that's what I have. Like, that's not the way we're going to get healthy, y'all. So eat when you're hungry. All right, backtrack a little bit. I drink coffee or tea in the morning. Awesome. You can have coffee or tea in the morning, completely fine. Now, do be aware that our product comes in caffeine and caffeine free. And if you're drinking a bunch of coffee and you're drinking caffeine ketones, that's a lot of caffeine. And so you may not need that much, so be aware of that. You can choose a caffeine-free version, but if you do drink a lot of caffeine, we're gonna have to talk about hydration, which I will talk about too. Hydration is gonna be important here, all right? So if you drink coffee or tea, this is what I want you to do, is in your coffee or tea, you can put things, but make sure they're a keto-friendly sweetener. Erythritol, monk fruit, stevia, those are probably the ones that I would lean on at this moment. Make sure they're keto-friendly sweeteners. If it doesn't say keto-friendly or if they're not one of those three, probably don't add them. You can, of course, add Prove It's products, 100%. The keto cream is a great tool, awesome tool. You can add keto cream to your tea or your coffee in the morning. Now, do you add fat or should you add fat to your coffee or your tea? Let's just say this. If you want to lose fat, add little bit of fat, not a lot of fat. This is where people are Googling the wrong stuff and it's not working. All right, so stop Googling right now. Don't go Google putting fat in your coffee. Stop it. You can use keto cream. It has 160 calories in it. I'm cool with that. Too many people are adding too many calories in their morning of fat. Is that good for ketosis? Possibly. Is it good for fat loss? Possibly not. So be aware, I do not want you to add a ton of fat to your coffee. If you use a splash of heavy whipping cream if you're dairy okay, great. You can use a little bit of MCT or a little bit of coconut. What do I mean by a little bit? Like a teaspoon, enough for you to enjoy it. Do not add it to add more fat. Do it because you like it. If you don't like it, don't add it. Simple as that. So if you don't like it, don't add it. If you like it, add it. Just add a little bit, the least amount so that you enjoy it. And don't do it because you think that you have to eat high fat. It's a mistake when you get started here. Okay, so our coffee and tea is taken care of. We have our ketones in the morning after a big glass of water. And then what we do is we're gonna eat when we're hungry. Let's say 12 o'clock you get hungry. What do you eat? Here's the simple recipe. Here's the simple secrets. If you wanna lose body fat, going low carb is the best bet. My rule again, if you've had to lose more than 20 pounds for more than 2 years, carbs are not your friend, and they never probably will be. This is gonna help bridge that, but they're not your friend. You should be consuming less than 20 grams of carbs a day. Net carbs, let's call it. So that's where anywhere from 30 to 40 grams of carbs when you look at fiber and everything else involved. I don't want you to add them up, forget about, throw your calculators away. Do not have a calculator here. It's a waste of time and you won't learn how to live your life. Can you use it from time to time? Sure, but it's not necessary. What I want you to do is always choose the lowest carb option. So take your 5 favorite lunches or your 3 favorite lunches. How do you make those low carb? Not keto, low carb. I don't want you adding tons of butter on your steak. Stop it. Some of you dudes are gonna get away with it. Then you're gonna tell your wife to do it and it's not gonna work the same way. You don't need to go high fat. I don't want you to be afraid of fat, but you don't need to go high fat. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to take your favorite meals. If you like a salad, great. Let's go find the lowest carb salad dressing you like, and let's choose that. Should you be afraid of it? No. Should you use a gallon of it? No. Use a serving or 2 so the salad tastes good. Add as much as it does to taste good. Not what you think you should do. Do you enjoy it? Find a dressing that's low carb, the lowest carb, like blue cheese and ranch. They're lower carb. Choose those. A low carb Italian, fine. 1 or 2 carbs in there. That's okay. I'm not going to sweat about it. You have this that's going to help. All right, throw out the croutons, throw out the dried fruit. Those things are gonna add up and be carb-based, and they're gonna prevent you from losing that weight, that fat, sorry. Take out the breading or anything that has breading. If you like burgers, have a burger without a bun. You can do salad wrapped sandwiches. You can do soups, a low-carb soup without noodles. Whatever your favorite meals are, go low carb. Simple thing is, grilled chicken thigh with skin on, and some vegetables. You can do chicken breast too, I'm fine with that. But the goal is that you want to take what you currently do and just make it low carb. Not high fat, just make it low carb. We want your body to eat your fat. I don't want you to mass consume fat. At the same time, I don't want you to avoid it either. Because if you avoid fat hormonally, it's not going to respond very well. So you want to allow fats to be in your diet. You just don't want to necessarily increase it. What if you're already eating the right amount of fats? So why would you add more, right? You don't quite know that yet. We only know by the results you're getting. So lunch, your 3 favorite meals. Find ways to make them low carb, and that's your lunch. Have that every day. Most people eat the same stuff anyway. Just do that every single day. Every day, every day, every day. Now what's gonna happen after lunch is after lunch, you're gonna go till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, rock. Whatever's next. Here you have 2 options. Option number 1, if you start noticing a little bit of hunger or a little bit of cravings or lack of energy, not feeling great, I want you to throw in another one of these. You can do 1 or you can even do a half of 1. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna spike your ketone levels, kind of keep you stable through the rest of that afternoon and keeps you from craving later. Like my hairstylist, they're like, they get home after work and they start binging on all this food. Well, this will dampen that down and protect you from overdoing it, okay? Like you're almost losing willpower. This is gonna help. Now, if you don't have extra ketones, you can use a keto cream and like a decaf coffee in the afternoon. That'll also, keto cream's a great tool. You can also use a little bit of avocado, hard-boiled egg, some salami, some cheese, low-carb, aged cheese is fine, some olives. These are simple little snacks you can have in the afternoon that are gonna keep your body good. If you need a snack, those are the snacks. Did I say nuts and seeds? No. Nuts and seeds should be used very, 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 very sparingly. If you're mass consuming nuts and seeds, you're not eating real food and you're not getting the nutrients to get healthy. Nuts and seeds, small amounts, maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of nuts and seeds for the entire day would be the most I would ever recommend, okay? Now, we're going after our mid-afternoon. You don't have to have anything in the afternoon if you don't need it, by the way. If you feel great, go great. I am gonna ask you to have more water, drink more water throughout the day. Ketones, when you're in ketosis, you need more water. You're gonna notice that anyway. And every time you have water, I want you to put a pinch of sea salt in it, every time. when you're in ketosis, your body, it's a natural diuretic, so you need more minerals, you need more sodium in your diet already. And our product already has some in there, but you might need extra, especially if you live in like California or Nevada or Phoenix or the New Mexico. You're gonna need more sodium than you probably realize, okay? Now, what do we have for dinner? Here's a simple rule for dinner. What are your 5 favorite dinners? Find a way to make them low carb. Did it have to be keto? No. We're making spaghetti in the house right now. We're gonna use low carb noodles, meaning we have the lowest carb spaghetti sauce we found, we're using that. Is it perfect? No, not at all. It's not strict keto, but it's low carb. And then what we use for noodles is spaghetti squash. I like cauliflower rice is my favorite. Miracle noodles, zucchini noodles. You can have fun with it. Google low carb noodles and substitute that. Have your spaghetti and enjoy it. The only thing I want you to do is I want you to stop when you're full. If you're full, don't eat anymore. That's it. If you're full, don't eat anymore. Here's a simple rule, is your last meal should be no later than 8 p.m. Now, I'm gonna give you a different rule just in case you work shifts. Try to have your last meal 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. And the reason why is you want your food digesting when you go to sleep. You'll actually sleep better and you'll actually lose more body fat through the night if you can not eat closer to bedtime. So the further you eat away from bedtime, it'll actually help improve fat loss. So there's some simple tips that you can have. So let's summarize this again. Get up in the morning, have a big glass of water, pinch of sea salt. Drink your ketones sometime between 6 and 9 a.m. in the morning. When you feel like you're hungry, drink them. If it gets to 10 o'clock, you're not really hungry, I would still drink this because it's going to accelerate your day and accelerate some results. Don't eat your first meal until you get hungry. It might be at 10 o'clock in the morning. It might be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Eat as much as you feel until you feel full, and your goal is to go as low carb as possible. Don't be afraid of fat, but do not go out and purposely add tons of fat. Do I want you to be low fat? Not at all. I want you to have full fat dressing. Just use what tastes good. Okay. In the afternoon, if you need a little extra pick me up or a boost, use this half a pack, full pack. I do a full pack. In the evening, or you can have a snack of avocado, hard-boiled eggs, some salami, aged cheese, some olives. You can have that. Keto cream is a great snack in the afternoon. For dinner, eat when you're hungry. All right. Try to eat at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed, preferably before 8 p.m. Choose your 5 favorite meals. Pick one of those, make them low carb. I love grilled chicken, steak, fish, steamed vegetables. If you steam vegetables, I want you to throw some butter on it. Anytime you have vegetables, have a little bit of butter from a grass-fed cow, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. The butter actually helps you absorb the nutrients from the vegetables more. So you do want a little bit. Did I say a gallon of butter? No, just a little bit of butter. Enjoy it. That is mastering fat loss right there. You do that every single day consistently until you get the results you want. It's not more complicated than that. But here's the secrets. Couple. Hydration, super important. People say drink half your body weight in ounces. That kind of works. If you weigh 500 pounds, that's not going to work because that's 250 ounces of water. You might drown. So I do want you to drink more water. All right. If you're thirsty, drink more water. All right. There's another little simple tip I want you to do. If you're really struggling and not getting results fast enough, I want you to go on your Prove It store. I want you to order Mitoplex. Mitoplex helps improve hydration. It also helps. So if people sometimes retain water when they're going through this, their bodies, the hydration level is a little bit off and they're waiting for this whooshing effect. And what's going to happen if they stay to it, their body's going to release and they're going to lose a lot of weight fast, some of it being water weight. So be aware of that. The Mitoplex will help solve that. So the Mitoplex is great for hydration. It actually will improve fat metabolism. So that's a great tool to have. I drink 2 a day. You can have 1 to 2 every single day. So that improves hydration. Every time you have water, I want you to do a pinch of sea salt. If you forget, you forget. Just don't do it don't forget next time. Couple other tips. Move. Do you have to go join the gym? Absolutely not. Should you go to the gym? If you want to. If you don't like the gym, don't go there. Go dance with the oldies with Richard Simmons. I'd rather you do things that you'd like to do than that you don't like to do. The more you do things you like, the more you'll keep doing them. The more you move, the more it'll work. So with ketones and movement, your body gets healthier faster. So do what you can and just do it as often as you can. Set yourself up for success. Walk every day. Walking is one of the best ways to lose fat fast, but can you add some exercise? Sure. Am I telling everybody to go to the gym? No, I'm not. Because if you don't like it, you're not going to go anyway. So don't beat yourself up on it. So that's the second thing. Don't worry. Don't stress out. That's easy to say. That's not as easy to do. Get to bed at night. Go to sleep and get rest. The more you sleep, the faster you will lose body fat. Our product in this lifestyle will help you sleep better. So the more you sleep, the faster you lose body fat. So get an extra 30 minutes or an hour. Do what you can. It's not going to be perfect. All right. One more tip. Smile more. Actually, two. Try to get happy. Do things that improve the quality of your mood as often as you can. Watch funny things. This has all been proven to work. Breathe more. I should have breathed more during this video. Breathe more actually has been proven to help improve fat loss. Last thing I want you to do is throw away that damn scale. Get it out of your house. I promise you it's the biggest enemy you have. That scale is not telling you anything. Did I tell you never to weigh yourself? No. When you go to the doctor twice a year, weigh yourself. Go to the gym every once in a while, once a month, weigh yourself. That's it. Check in every once in a while. Use your clothes. Go pick your favorite outfit that doesn't fit, put it on the back of your door, try it on every single week, and then you go until that fits. And then as soon as it fits, you go find another outfit, you hang it on the back of this door, and you go until it fits. Don't stop until it keeps fitting, because I promise you this process works. And what we're teaching you is not a diet. We're teaching you how to live your life, the way that your body wants to live its life. You can have creative and have fun with how to make low-carb options, but here's a couple don'ts. I don't want you to start Googling a bunch of fat bombs. Forget fat bombs. Throw them away. If you want to use any of our products, you can use the Prove It MCT 143. You can use keto creams. You can use our Keto Nat. Forget about fat bombs. People are increasing their fat too fast, and they're increasing it too high, too quickly, or maybe just completely too high. So leave that alone. If you ever want a fun dessert and you're going on a holiday party, make a dessert for then and make it a fat bomb. Fine, have them from time to time, but don't make it a staple. If you're like going, what's a fat bomb? Just forget I even said it. I don't want you to do that. The other thing I don't want you to do is I don't want you to compare yourself to other people. Your journey is your journey. What I know for a fact is this product's working in your system and you're getting healthier. That is way more important. Somebody may have a different starting point than you. Allow them to be them and allow you to be you, but stay consistent to this, because I promise you do, within 60 to 90 days, your life will forever be different and forever change. I can promise you that. I was just with a group of people. They lost 460 pounds over the last year and a half, right? But it wasn't always easy. They didn't do it perfect. They messed up. And here's another secret that I'm going to have is that you're going to plateau. You're going to feel like you're failing. That's normal. We all do. Every Olympic athlete I've ever worked with plateau and feel like they're failing. Everyone. And I promise you, they're probably harder on themselves than we are on ourselves. And they do it all the time. And why is that so important? On a plateau is the time that you gain wisdom. When you plateau, and a plateau can't be a day or two, or even it has to be at least 2 weeks or longer to plateau. It might be your body trying to detox more effectively. Reboot every single month. Do the reboot. I can't believe I didn't say it earlier, but you must do the reboot if you want to lose fat. The reboot is going to help your body naturally cleanse and detox itself. Now, it's not a cleanser or detox. It helps you naturally do that. Your body may plateau because it's better for your health. Maybe you've stored some toxins in your fat and it doesn't want to release because it's going to go into your bloodstream. Have you ever thought about that? Most people don't. And it's saying, listen, hold on. I need to detox. I need to get healthier before I release some of those toxins in my bloodstream to get it out of my system. That can happen. The other reason why people can plateau is because they started sneaking away from their lifestyle. You start watching videos about people eating pizza, drinking our product, and getting skinny. Well, guess what? That might work for them, but that might not work for you. So I want you also to check in. Check in every once in a while. Go listen to this video again and go, hey, am I following the same rules I did originally? And if the answer is no, you need to go back to those new rules, because remember, we got to teach you how to live your life, right? I finally can go to Italy, have pizza, and not feel like I'm going to gain 30 pounds. It took me time to figure that out, because 90% of the rest of the time, I'm doing pretty good low carb, because that's what I have to do. Even with the product, I still have to stay lower carb than my wife does to stay skinny and stay lean. She gets away with it. I don't. I have to be okay with that. I can't change the genetically makeup. I can't yell at my mom anymore for messing me all up. That's just the way I'm going to be. But I found really fun ways to live this way. And I'm going to encourage you to do that by plugging into our community. Stay with us. Work with us. And learn how the body really, really works. So have fun, dance more, eat when you're hungry, drink your ketones daily, get to low carb, do not go high fat fast. It's a big mistake a lot of people make. And reboot every single month with us. Drink ketones daily, reboot monthly, and then plug into our community, plug into our Drink Ketones Daily group, and get all the cool recipes. But you don't have to do those. Just do what you already like and do them in a way that's fun and enjoyable for you. So y'all, I appreciate you. I told you it's gonna be longer, so stay plugged in, listen to this 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It is that simple and it will work. And ultimately you look back from a year from now, you're going to be a different person living a new lifestyle that you're confident about, that you're willing to brag to your kids about. And to me, that makes me really, really proud. So have a good day. Thank you all.